Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy, and welcome to today's video where we'll be doing something classic, and that's a lightsaber review. Now, before I do, I just want to say thank you to Kyber for providing us this lightsaber for the video. Make sure you check out the links in the description and show them some love. And, well, without further ado, that's my eye. Let's continue. That being said, this right here, the saber we're reviewing today, is their neopixels lightsaber. And I'll explain to you what that means, neopixel, here in a moment. Now, I am not a huge saber tech, right? I am just an enjoyer and someone who likes to use them for videos. So when I go over this, I'm going over this as a casual fan of lightsabers. Do not expect me to be going into the actual motherboard and telling you every little thing. I'm telling you what this is like as a saber fan coming out of the box. That being said, we'll be reviewing the saber itself and purely that. So not reviewing the parts individually or the motherboard, things like that, but the actual provided saber, obviously. That being said, as I stated, this is a neopixel lightsaber. What that means is that in the blade is a string of lights. And neopixel lightsabers, they are excellent lightsabers for wall-mounted pieces, or if you're just kind of twirling around having some fun and not making contact with anything. Because with enough contact, you can knock these lights loose and damage them. So these are not always suggested for combat or really acting roles. This saber I like to just kind of have around for fun. I take it out and sometimes swing it around for a good time. This saber and the other version of the kyber lightsaber, which we'll be reviewing in another video, has the same sound fonts. A lot of the same settings as well. It's just that the the string light, the neopixel saber, has certain abilities that the RGB doesn't. We're going to go over them. So I'm going to show you guys 5 of the fonts that are on this. This comes with quite a few already. But we're going to go over the flaming font. We're going to go over the normal bladed Emperor's font. Then we'll go over the Kylo font. Then we're going to go over the Harmony font, and then we're going to go with the M1 modification. And you'll see why I chose some of those fonts here when we get into it. So we're going to talk about the construction first. How do I feel about the durability in the construction? Well, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It feels good enough to swing around and have some fun with. But as someone who really likes to mess with their sabers and bang around, a neopixel lightsaber is not built for that kind of thing. This is for practicing on your own, no contact. Because again, enough force will knock these lights loose, and then you'll have a fucking part of your saber that's not glowing, or it'll stop, or it just won't work. So, as a combat-specific user, this is like a 5 out of 10. But for people who use neopixels more so for what they do, this might come out to be more of an 8 to 10 out of 10, even. But for something that I use lightsabers for, which is a lot of contact, a lot of banging it around and stuff like that, neopixels isn't always the best option. However, do not let yourself sit there and think this is a bad lightsaber because of that, because it's not. I'm going to be honest, it is fucking not. It's a great saber. It can take light contact. It just doesn't take what I tend to do with contact. That being said, when it comes to the functionality and how it works and its gimmick and everything, it is a 10 out of 10. It's clean, and when I go over the fonts, you're going to understand what I mean. So, it gets a 10 out of 10. Not only because of the way the saber actually looks when it's lit up, but there's certain effects that the blade has. And again, it has all the same fonts and effects and shit that the RGB has, just this one has a much better version of those, and you'll see in a moment. The hilt durability is it is on point. It is pure metal. It's nice, lightweight, die-cast aluminum. I think it's die-cast aluminum. I could be wrong, but it's almost all fucking metal with an inner chassis which holds the electronics. Is made out of plastic. And I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I could drop this fucking hilt and it would be just fucking fine. So, if you don't know about kyber light, as I pull my pants up because I've lost so much damn weight that even my belt needs new loops, dear Lord. Now, for those of you who don't know, kyber light creates lightsabers that are extremely moddable and easy to mod for the looks. These are a saber if you're like me and you like to change up how it looks at times, Or maybe you want to go with a different vibe with a saber. Kyber Light's the company to go to, trust me. Because these pieces are as simple as little set screws that come right on out. And it's just a sleeve and a pommel. And it is super easy, super simple. Within 10 minutes, you could build your own setup and have your perfect saber ready for you. Now, this configuration that I have built for myself, and I will show collages of 3 photos that I took to make it look better. But take a look. This is my preferred setup for my neopixel. And I call this hilt layout the Quasar. Now, I'm going to go over those 5 fonts. Now again, like I said, it's going to be Harmony, the Emperor. We're going to go with Kylo. We're going to look for Electric Staff. And then either M1 modification or glitch. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. And then I'm going to make sure we are at Harmony. We'll go over Harmony first. Before I kill our lights and we go over this, I must warn. If you are sensitive to light, you may or may not want to look away for a bit because some of these effects do cause them to strobe and make effects. Thank you. I've given you your warning. Let's go turn on. Harmony is going to show you how cool this is. And this saber has 2 other fonts. Well, it has 2 fonts, right? It has Harmony, and then it has Thunder God, which are specific fonts for this because of something special that a neopixel blade can do. Are you ready? Yes! That is a rainbow lightsaber blade. Like from Lego, Star Wars, the complete saga. And it flows, and this is why I love the neopixel so much. Now, should you bang this against something hard enough and you knock one of these lights loose, it ain't just not going to look this nice. Now I'm going to look for the next one.
Thunder God.
I guess I'll show you Thunder God real quick, too. This is the other rainbow font. And it makes it sound like Mjolnir. Right?
M1 modification.
Here's the M1 modification I was talking about. This is why I wanted to do this one. Hold up. Yeah. So, like I said, neopixels are not made for battling. Neopixels, not exactly made for battling, but god damn are they not fun and purty. Oh no, this is a good one for the flicker. So this right here is how the lightsabers would have looked in the original trilogy. With that flicker. And again, you only get stuff like this with a neopixel. Oh, and it does this too, ready? Fire, here we go. Now, fire is an interesting one, because with the neopixel version of fire, if I hold it directly upright, you get the full blade of flame, but if I adjust my angle, like a torch, the flame wants to rise. It's so cool. I can't lie. That's so cool. And it actually like reacts to fire too. Yeah. So that's cool. There we go. So here's one with just the normal blade. It is brighter than a motherfucker, is it not? Look at that beauty. Alright. I'm going to turn the lights back on and we'll talk about this a little bit more. Now, again, I want to thank Kyber for sending us the lightsabers and make sure to show them some love. But, yeah. I can't sing enough praises of this bad boy. Kyber has outdone themselves with their neopixel blades. And I'm telling you, it's one of the more affordable ones on the market. And honestly, if you're like me, and you like to change up the look at times, and you don't mind a little bit of finicking, this is an excellent choice for anyone. Damn, it looks good even in the light. That being said, would I suggest you purchase a Kyber NeoPixels lightsaber? With or without them sending us this? Yes! Because honestly, it's a solid brand. You know, they offer RGB control sabers and NeoPixel sabers for a really good price. They're extremely and easily moddable when it comes to the looks. Their electronics are easily moddable. I don't know enough to get into the electronics themselves, but maybe one of these days we'll do a video doing that. But you can actually get into the motherboard here and download your own sound fonts and color profiles and effects. But this is like a really solid, like, you want to get into NeoPixels and you want to get into the ability of plugging your saber in your computer and fucking with the fonts and everything, these guys are where to go. Simple, easy, and if you get the bundle kits, they come with everything you're going to need to do just that. They encourage you to have fun with your sabers at Kyber, modding the fuck out of them, whether it comes to the looks, the sounds, or the colors. So yeah, show them some love and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And seriously, don't be afraid to pick one of these up for yourselves.
Son of Corellia.
Because these things are badass.
Tusken Terminator.
Oh, that sounds sick. Oh, that's fucking sick.